All
Hello,
right.
Gary. Hi.
Hello. Hi, you're in Israel. I'm in Cape Town.
Yes, I'm in heaven, and
Yes.
you are in what used to be heaven until I left.
Yeah, exactly. Heaven for me, but you are now closer to the real heaven because you're in the Holy Land.
Exactly. I'm in
Yes.
heaven and I'm blessed.
Very blessed. Today we're diving into popular sayings. So the idea is that there are these things that people say and they sound really good and they use them, and that's how they get out of situations in their mind or in real life, is by using these things. And there are so many. I have a whole list, but the
How many?
reality is I have like 15 and I didn't even try.
Wow.
So yeah, so probably we can take one and talk about one for half an hour, but we
Yeah.
can touch upon them quite quickly as well
Okay.
and kind of just go through and see what everybody knows to be sounds good, knows to be true because it sounds good, but in reality, it's just nonsense.
Okay. Let's start.
You ready for the first one?
Yeah, I'm ready for Maybe we'll give a little bit of a background for why it is.
Yeah,
So
great.
this whole thing started where I saw this video, educational video, where there's a student and he comes and the teacher comes say that he's really bad, and his mom come with the student to the teacher, and the way they're handling it and what the students say, and it sounds all amazing, but actually it is at utter total fake reality that if you will follow, you will end up in the worst condition that you could for your children. And if someone wants that, I think I can make that video available. Um,
Yeah,
yes, we can make
yeah.
just that part available because it is really fascinating. So if someone wants that, they can write to you. Maybe you can write your
Mhm.
either WhatsApp or email, and they can email you, and
Yeah.
then we can send it to them. Okay?
Yeah, email me at gal@gprosperity.com. That was actually part of the Inner Circle, which is an amazing kind of exclusive
Yeah.
group that you have. And you took that
Mhm.
video and broke it down.
Yes.
And we're gonna make just that one part available free for people to
Yes,
watch
it
because
is
it's
quite
that
amazing. So,
powerful.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the first one, and let's just say hi to Anna quickly. Hi, Anna from Cape Town as well. So we're both in heaven. And
Yeah.
hello, Mayor and Gal from Facebook user.
I
And
think the Facebook user is might be Ellie.
okay, hello. And Sanele or Sanil, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, sent some love back, and loving the fundamentals and the Iron Dome from Anita. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing. All right, here's the first saying that everybody loves: you learn from your mistakes.
Mm,
You
okay.
learn from your mistakes. True or
O-
false?
Okay. It is totally false. And if you will follow this advice, you will learn how to die. And I'll explain what do I mean.
Yeah.
So, if people will learn from their mistakes, what you will have is a society that improves and improves, and every person will, as he will become older and older, he will become wiser and much more active and much more accurate. And what you see is as people become older, they become more useless, they do less, they're more careful, they want more safety, which means they want more less challenge,
Mhm.
and without a challenge, you cannot be happy because you need to overcome challenges in order to be happy. And if you are
Right.
not happy, you will obviously fail because happiness is prerequisite for failure. And if you will follow this one thing of you
Happiness
live,
is prerequisite for success, right?
yeah, happiness is prerequisite for
Yes. Okay.
success.
Yeah.
Yes, and if yeah,
Yes.
and if you will follow only this advice and learn and learn and learn and learn, what will happen? You will learn that you are useless. You will learn that the physical universe is the boss, and you cannot be cause, you must be effect. You will learn that nothing is possible. You will learn that it's better not to try. You will learn to be dead and careful. like
Yes.
really seriously dead.
Yeah, and that makes sense to me. But as a devil's advocate, so let's say that I trip and I fall and I made a mistake as I'm learning to walk.
Yeah.
Now I'll learn from my mistakes, no?
If you learn from your mistake, from now on, you will avoid that kind of situation, which
Hmm.
means the more you will avoid it, the worse it will become.
Yeah,
That's if
true.
you learn from your mistake. But if
Yeah,
you say, I fell, let me try again. I
yeah.
fell, let me try again. If Michael Jordan would learn from his mistakes, he lost 9,000 games. He was about 257 times responsible for the winning shot of the game, and he messed it up.
Mm.
He got injured, and the doctor said, no, it's impossible. If he will learn from his mistakes, the mistake tells him, look, you're really bad. You shouldn't
Yeah,
do that. He was
right.
not accepted for his school basketball team.
Hmm. Yeah.
The person that started Alibaba was not accepted to work as a pump jockey in a petrol station. If he will learn from his mistakes, he will say, well, I'm so bad, maybe I should do something smaller.
Yes, yes. I got you. So the baby that learns to walk and falls, what do they
Learn
learn
that
from?
from the mistake.
Or
He just
say again?
decided again, I'll try again. He has tenacity. He
Okay.
said, I know I can. I know I can. I know the physical universe tell me don't try, but I know I
Yeah.
can. I don't buy
Okay.
this story of mistakes. And all of a sudden, he didn't learn from his mistake. He knows how to work. He didn't learn how to work. Those people that are trying to learn how to work still trying.
Yes. Okay,
They're on a
got you. Fine.
wheelchair usually.
What's that?
They're on a wheelchair usually,
Well, yeah.
or married.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And so, what about another example on that line? Let's say you have somebody who is struggling with alcohol, and
Yeah.
every time they go out and they drink a little bit too much and they lose control and they go, I need to learn. I need to, that was a mistake. I got to learn not to do that again because every time I
And then
drink,
they become alcoholic.
yeah, yeah. I mean, true. People, so true. But what should they do instead? What do they need to learn from?
Find they mustn't learn from the mistake, but they must find what did they learn that caused them to do the alcohol. So, for example, let's say that they had some kind of an incident in life, where in that incident, unbeknown to them, they were unconscious and they heard the best way to handle it is by drinking. Now they don't know about it, but they learn from the mistake. They see, well, they drank, so I mustn't drink. So they will now use force to try not to drink. So they will go to AA, which I don't say it's bad, but the message here is that they will go to AA and they will say, I'm married.
Hmm. Yeah, that's why I'm here.
I'm taking it one day at a time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm.
This kind of thing. So
Yeah.
they will go and they will need someone to tell them what to do, and maybe they will not drink, but they will consider themselves drunk, and they will consider themselves someone that need to limit the actions because they are not to be trusted. They cannot be
Mm,
left alone without a sponsor for more than
mhm,
a day next to a whiskey bottle.
mm.
Useless. They didn't learn from the mistake. It's like a dog that's been tied to a tree. He did not learn from his mistake. He just cannot move anymore. He's got the sponsor holding him. And again, I'm
Mm.
not saying that the sponsor idea in the 12-step program is bad. It's just a kind of a way to explain it. It's actually good because it helps people.
Yeah, of course. No, that brings amazing results, but I
Yeah.
get the principle is that
But it's
those
better
people that
not to
have
need.
that,
Yeah. It's
yeah,
better not to
those
need the
people,
sponsor. That's
yeah,
where you didn't learn. That's when you become you. You
yeah,
didn't learn from your mistake. You realized you didn't learn. You decided. You become
mhm,
certain. You know. Now you can live. And before that, you can just try not to die.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Totally different viewpoint.
Yes. Interesting. Interesting.
So
Got you.
the one limits you and tells you that you learn from your mistake and the universe is vast and you are small and you need to get used to it, pal. You know, you are useless.
Mhm.
And the other
Yeah.
one say, the only thing that I need to learn is that the physical universe lied to me and I should be able to win and lose with the same level of enthusiasm. And I'm going to create it because I said, if I learn from my mistakes, then I know I mustn't go out and try to fly because you fall.
Hmm.
From my
Yes.
mistakes.
Got you. So the
Those
one puts, go on.
those people that actually still went again and try again and try again and try again, and they succeed because they failed. They didn't succeed because they've learned from their mistake. They
Hmm.
succeed because they fell and they say, oh, no, it's just a failure. And
Yeah.
yesterday I drank coffee. So what?
So they succeed not really because of the failure, they succeed because they continued. So it's one,
Yeah,
the one has their focus on learn from your mistake, says, look, pay attention to the mistake.
yeah.
Whereas the other one
Become
says,
careful.
acknowledge it happened and move on and do it again. Learn from your wins, learn from when you succeeded, not from the mistakes.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with learning because the spirit has nothing to learn. The spirit is the one that knows. And
Hmm.
actual learning is a process of deleting fake realities, not adding data. And when people say you need to learn from your mistake, what they mean, it means you need to go for university for another 3 years.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah. So you're saying it's not even about learning from anything. It's about just recovering your ability to do the right
Your,
thing, to just
your
know.
native ability to know.
Mm. Yeah, interesting.
And
Yeah.
once you have that, once you have it as a stable datum, I actually know. And if something doesn't seems to work, is okay, good. So it's fine, not a problem. I'm totally willing to experience it because I know, because I
Yeah.
can do anything, because I'm me, and just because I'm
Yeah.
me. And when you have this certainty, when you have this unshakable certainty that you just because is me, I'm willing to do anything. I can die 50 times. You die, you get another body. They don't charge you for it, and
Yeah.
you don't even have to sign IOU. They just give it to you. There's this thing that
Yeah.
called parents. They just give you bodies.
Yeah.
We have planet. Other planets they make you they charge you for their skins.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%. It's like that show Altered Carbon.
Yes.
Exactly that. Skins. So true. Okay, got it. Got it. So
Let's see the
um
comments, Robert.
yes, let's see. That's what I was going to say. Great. So, Anita said tenacity. Love that. Willing to win or lose with the same level of enthusiasm.
Yeah,
Yes. And Anita also said, like the elephant tied to the stake and then remove the stake and he does not try to move. Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He learned from his
Yeah.
mistakes.
Yes. Totally. And Amit said, hello, Mayor and Gal. Hi, hi, Amit. And
Hi, Amit.
Lisa said, hi, hi, Lisa. And
Hi,
Harold
Lisa.
said, hi. And as far as I can see on my side, I'm caught up. But if I haven't
And
replied to you,
yes,
I see
let's
it
see.
after.
Yes, I think you're fine.
Yeah, sometimes I see that on Facebook, people comment other places, it doesn't show up here, but I'll see it later. Okay, great. So that's a good one. And by the way, maybe let's put back the link for the Iron Dome here, just so
Okay,
that
great.
anyone that wants to join, we're starting it on Thursday, a new
Hmm.
amazing webinar series. But
Yeah,
okay, so you learn from your mistakes we covered. It's very similar to the whole idea of you live and learn, which everybody
yeah,
says. I live and learn. Same
yeah.
thing. You're saying you don't live and learn, you live and you get worse, as evidenced
If
by
you live
every
and
other
learn,
one.
if you really live and learn, you will not die. If you
Hmm.
live and the end result is you die, so obviously you didn't learn.
Yeah. But maybe you learn and got amazing, but just the body got old.
Well, if you not a problem. If you learn, if you really learn, you will see that the actual process of learning is you moved every single fake reality, you become you and nothingness, and then you
Hmm.
create anything. You will
Yeah.
see that when people really knows, they come with an advance. They advance with something, and the proof to that is that most inventions did not happen because someone learned. Most invention is someone observed that something happened. He knew that it happened, and he said, I have an idea. Maybe it is because of that.
Hmm.
I have an hypothesis, and I'm going to try and prove it. And they
Yeah.
just didn't know that because that they can prove it or not based on how much they know that the hypothesis is right.
That what? That what? Say again.
That the hypothesis it's right. If you think that if you decide,
Yeah.
there are germs.
Hmm.
Now you just said there were germs, yes. The
Hmm.
actual reason they are there is because someone actually put it there. Because this universe started
Right.
at somewhere, and everything has been put one after another, after another, after another. So someone at
Yeah.
one point, that's a good idea to get these people and see. Let's see what they're doing with some germs.
Interesting. So you're saying you put the hypothesis there, and then it kind of becomes.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You look
Yeah.
at their life, you see all of a sudden people start. There's one person that shoot children at school, and the media makes a big thing of it, and everyone get the idea. Wow, that's an interesting idea. Well. Now, of course, it's insane, and I'm against it. But
Right.
all of a sudden, you hear another person shoot children in school, another person shooting children, and another person doing this amazing, terrible thing. On the other hand, you cannot break the 1 minute mile for I don't know how many years, and then one person breaks it, and in the next month, 4,000 people breaks it, or 2,000 people breaks the same thing that couldn't happen.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that happened, right? Was it the 4 minute mile or something like that,
4 minutes
right?
or whatever, yes.
Yeah,
Like
whatever.
whatever.
Yeah,
You
that it
have
was like
this some kind of
impossible.
limitation. Yeah, something that's
Yes, and then
impossible. Like that's it. No one can do that. And one person doing it, and they say, "Well, that's easy.
yeah,
Let's try
yeah,
something else."
yes, true. Yeah, it's very interesting. Got it. So the whole idea of live and learn, we put it under false. How about this one? Time heals all wounds.
Okay.
Time heals all wounds.
Okay. So basically, it means become a nothingness. Just sit in jail and wait, and you will be pure.
Mm-hmm.
It means that if you had a terrible experience as a child or as a baby or in life, all you have to do is to sit and wait. And some
Mm-hmm.
mysterious hand will come and send the screwdriver and fix it. But you will see
Uh-huh.
that people from the age of 3 or age of 6 or age of 5, that their parents did something to them. Now they are 60 years old, and almost every conversation starts with, you know, my dad this thing to me, and because of that I do this. And they go to treatment, and they're in the whole treatment they talk about their dad did that to them, and nothing changed after the treatment. They just spend more money on it. And then
Mhm.
the next week someone else talked to them, and they say, yeah, I've been in treatment, I realized that my dad did that to me, which means it's still there. It didn't
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
It didn't heal. If it was healing, everyone will have no stress, no worries, no nothing. They will actually be able to become themselves. The
yeah.
more you wait, the worse you get.
Mm-hmm.
The more you
Yes.
wait, the worse you get. The only time when things are improving is something happen, you handle it, and as far as you're concerned, it's a closed cycle. It never happened.
Yeah. Yeah. I see.
The more you wait, the worse you get. You take a WhatsApp message someone sent you, and you know that you need to answer him. You look at the WhatsApp message, and you say, time heals everything. I would just wait for it to heal. And
Yeah.
2 days later, you look at that and you say, well, the time didn't heal it yet. But now you look at
Yeah.
that and you say, it's really time really need to heal that WhatsApp message, because it start to grow hair. It's become really bad. And
Yeah.
4 days later, you worry about it and you don't want to talk to that person. And this person in your mind become a bad person. And it become worse and worse and worse. And if time heals everything, WhatsApp should be emptied by himself.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. But how about the? I mean, I get for the child example, but what about, somebody goes through a breakup, right? It's a wound. It's not just like, oh, time heals my work. It's time heals my wounds. So it's
Yeah,
like the person's in a breakup and they're devastated, and you see that after a few months the person hops out of it, jumps out of it. Like,
yeah.
it does seem that time healed it a little bit.
Let's have a look if that's time. Okay, that healed
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Number one, let's say that he will be in that loss. Will he actually go and look for another woman?
No.
No. Okay. Uh, but once he went and just by mistake met a woman, or he actually did something, not time, he did something. It's
Yes.
not the time
Yes.
told him, your time is up. We said 3 hours and 77 seconds, and the time passed. Now you're allowed to go out.
Uh-huh. Yes.
If it's not the time, he did something. He somehow raised above this nonsense of waiting, which is time
Right.
where we heals everything. He went above that, and he went out and did an action, and he met another woman.
Yes. Yes.
And you will see that even when he met another woman and he waited for 3 years and he said, well, I will never go out with another woman. But he, after 3 years, the hormone get a little bit too much and he decided, okay, you know what, I'm going out. And
Uh-huh.
but when he goes up this time, he knows he mustn't look for a blonde. That
Uh-huh.
dangerous. I'm looking
Yeah.
only for brunette from now on.
Uh-huh.
And when he sit next to this lady in the bar, and she smells amazing, he didn't see her yet, and he decide, okay, time pass, it heals. He turns around, and she's a blonde like the earlier one, and you see this guy say, "Oh, whoa, bye, I'm out of here."
Yeah. Yeah.
You see the idea? It's time to
Yeah.
not heal things. What heal is you. The
Mhm.
spirit is the only healing agent in the universe. And the more you wait, the less of you you get. And the less of you you have, the less you heal, the more sick you become.
Yeah. 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 I can see that 100%.
So this is
Amazing.
just an education to tell people, just become useless. Wait.
Mm.
The way to
Do
handle
nothing.
things is to wait.
Yeah.
They might forget about it.
Hmm.
You may pass through the cracks. No, time do not heal because you know.
Hmm. Yeah. 100%. Amazing. That's good. I like that a lot.
Let's
Good.
see the
All right.
comments. Comments.
Yeah. Oh, yes. So good. So we have Natasha said hi from the Goosens. I said hi a bit late, but wow, wow, and wow. Yes.
Yeah. Hi.
And yeah, amazing. Hi to the Goosens. And then Aaron said super. Yeah, agreed, Aaron. Anita loves it. And Facebook user said LOL about the WhatsApp message example. Yes,
Yes.
amazing. It was very funny. It's true. It's true. Okay, let's do one more. What do we think? Do we have time?
Uh, yeah, or we can do another one, a
We
follow-up one,
another.
a few more, and people can
Yes.
send us their kind of fixed ideas
Yes.
of, oh yeah, I know, like you never trust a guy with a beard, or you
Yeah.
never trust a guy with blue eyes, or all blondes are, or all kind of nonsense saying.
Yeah, totally. I would love to actually have people email us or comment or whatever on different sayings that maybe you're not even sure about yourself. Like, it sounds good to you, but you don't know if it's good or not good. Some sayings are good, like happiness is the prerequisite for success. I think that's amazing and true and beautiful. There are some things that are good and some things that are not. And it's like, how do you detect that?
Okay,
And I think that's also
so
the key. Yeah.
saying that a truth, like
Hmm.
happiness is prerequisite for success, you will not use it as a saying, but you will just know that it's true.
Hmm.
You will not have it as a saying. You will just have that thing kind of, yes, I know. And once it happened, and you will see that you were successful, someone will tell you, "Whoa, I see that you're successful," and you will say, it was me, and I was happy, and da da da." And you might say, "Oh yeah, someone said that, but it was me." it's not the purpose of those saying is not to follow those saying, is just to get
Yeah.
you to become more you. So if you
Yes.
say
Oh,
happiness is a prerequisite for success, may be true, and you now say, well, there's a saying like that, so now I'm going to force myself to be happy. You're not going to be happy, and you're not going to be successful. And even if you'll be successful, it's probably not because you are happy.
right, right, totally, and that makes sense. And also, I feel like some people use certain sayings as crutches, so they'll basically like either they'll use it as a crutch, or if you give them something, they will always compare it to that. So you
Yeah,
say to them, for example, "It's very nice to meet you," and they go, "Well, your network is your net worth," and you just
yeah,
see that this is like some saying that they like spat out and like they're comparing this
robotically.
interaction to some saying robotically, yes. So
Yeah,
I think that that makes sense. If you find yourself using it like that, you need to know that it's not true.
yeah,
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 yeah, yeah. Amazing. There's a few more already that Anita sent and Janelle sent, and we can cover these next week. Time is money. Money is the root of all evil. There's some good ones. We
yeah.
should definitely continue this
Money is the
segment
root
next
of
week.
all evil. Because money equal Judaism, or Jewish people equal, it's the root of all evil.
Yeah,
And I'm
100%.
willing to bring me the money. I'll take the evil. No problem.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think that there is any person, or almost no person, that I will come to and I say money is the root of all evil, and he will not come and say, you know what, between me and you, I'll take the evil. Just give me the money. I'll pay to handle the evil. I'll take the treatment
Yeah.
later.
Yeah. I love that. Yes, 100%. Yeah. These are good ones. Natasha said children are supposed to be seen, not heard. It's a bad saying. Yes. Yes.
Terrible.
Horrible.
It's
Horrible.
horrible. It's almost like
Yeah. Yeah. We can really almost
you
take
can
a
apply to
saying.
husband. Husband should be seen, not heard. That's
Yeah.
true.
That's
That
true.
can bring some good.
Yes. Peace, happiness, quiet in the household. What more do you need? Yeah. But yeah, we can take these sayings and really probably spend a whole segment on one at a time. But anyway, we'll break them down quickly like this. I think we covered like three or four here, and it was
Yeah,
really good. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So quickly before we wrap up, do you want to talk about the Iron Dome, which is starting this Thursday? I'm sure there's a couple people that have heard of it that are not sure if it's for them, if they should join.
yeah,
You want to tell us a little bit about what's coming?
yeah. So the Iron Dome, the basic idea is to get to a point where the person operating in the physical universe is secure, not because he's protecting himself, not because he's looking for safety, but he's secure because he becomes him to such a degree that he played the game of the physical universe. He put the balls in the hole, and he's doing it correctly and without any limitations, and that gives him the ability to create himself out of any situation. So
Hmm.
you can handle situations by protecting against the situation, or handling the situation, or you can out-create the situation. For example, let's say you work somewhere and you really messed up something. You can go and apologize and make up the damage and be, a normal humanoid or human being. And
Hmm.
fine, they eventually will accept you back and become your friend again, maybe, but you will be a bit more careful. Or
Right.
something happened and you did this bad thing, and you bring about you totally outcreate the situation. You say, you know what, I'm going to make this company 5 times bigger within a week, and you grow the company, handle this thing, do that thing, and at the same time start your own company that supply to your company and help it to grow even more. And yes, and I did this bad thing, so yeah, it was fun. Yeah, I thought it was a good idea.
It was fun at the time.
And that's
Yeah.
a totally different viewpoint. You can do that. You can do
Hmm.
that. You can be so full with yourself if you don't take seriously this idea that people tell you you are bad.
Yeah.
If you don't buy the idea that you are bad and you say, yeah, true, I did explode this planet. But guess what? I can create a whole universe. How about that?
Hmm. Yeah, it's an amazing viewpoint. It's the correct way to operate.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yes, I
And
did something, but so what? Now you want to prove to me I'm wrong? If I'm relying on the past, if I'm waiting because time should heal, if
yeah,
I'm just being
learn from my
useless,
mistakes.
if I
Yeah.
learn from my mistake, I will
Hmm.
apologize and I will learn from my mistake and I will become small and useless. But on
Right.
the other hand, if I will not buy all of these things, then I say, yes, it was a nice game at the time. Now let's
Hmm.
outcreate it. Let's create something bigger, more amazing, more wow, more, and of course,
Yeah.
much more dangerous. Yes, because if it's not dangerous, why do I live?
Right. Yeah.
You will
But
see,
you know that. Go on. Go on.
you'll see that this thing about trying to look for safety is one of the worst things that can happen because the more you look for safety, what you say is, look, I'm useless. I need daddy to protect me.
Hmm.
My
Yeah.
dad is big and he will come and he will protect me. Not, hey,
Right.
come here.
Hmm.
I will
Yeah.
handle it.
Yes. Yeah. Amazing. It's true. And I feel like that point of view of I made a mistake and now I'm just going to outcreate it is kind of puts a system error for many people because they're like, what do you mean? You made a mistake. Like, you need to realize you did, you need to do something about it, you need to apologize. Like, that's the right thing that people expect. Like, when you say, I made a mistake, so what? I feel like immediately people go, what do you mean, so what? You need to do something about it. No?
Yeah, because people made also a mistake and they've
Hmm.
been pushed to apologize and to become small. And you are big and expensive and unlimited. And they said, no, 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 no. Hey, hey, come to our cage. Outside is not good. Don't look for
Mm.
freedom. But if you come and you say, no, I made a mistake, and they tell you, no, you need to apologize, and you say, apology? The only apology that I can do is to myself, not to you.
Hmm.
I cannot not apologize. I can apologize for myself that I tried to play such a small game that I failed. Because if I failed,
Hmm.
probably the game was too small. It was boring.
Yeah.
I cannot
Yeah.
apologize to you. You're creating your own feeling. You create your own
Hmm.
feeling. The only thing that I can do is go and outcreate it, make it so big, so amazing, so unbelievable that even you, that you're in a cage, you will be released. You will be wow, whoa.
Yeah.
Like
But don't you want, go on?
there's a situation, and you are a soldier, and there's a situation that like I need to save this place. There's an atom bomb that is about to explode, and I need to save it. And you make a lot of mistakes. You push these people, and you break this rule, and you break this policy, and you do this, and you do that. And everyone say, well, he should be arrested and put against the wall and shot. And while they talking about it and thinking and waiting, you go and you stop the atom bomb.
Hmm. Yeah.
They complain and they tell, yes, and you did do a lot of bad things. You did that and you tortured that to get data, and you've done this, and you broke 77,000 laws, but you save 8 billion people.
Hmm. Yeah.
And by the
Yeah.
way, there will still be some people that says, well, he shouldn't have done this. He should
Yeah.
follow the rules. Seriously? Why didn't you follow the rules?
Yeah. I know you're thinking of Jack Bauer from
Of
24.
course, of course.
Yeah. Yes, of
Definitely.
course.
Jack Bauer.
Yeah. Yeah. But I get it. I get it. I fully understand. I'm just giving the other thing. People though want to hear you say that you learned that you did something wrong. Like, they want you, like, but don't you see that next time you shouldn't torture someone to get information? Can't you do it another way? You get what I'm saying? They want you to say, you know what, that was wrong. You're right. That part I could do better. I could improve.
No, the only thing that I can improve on is to be more me, more certain, more knowing, less
Mm-hmm.
relying on the past, less relying on facts, which is the current majority agreement. The
Mm-hmm.
only thing that I can do more or better is to less try to find what's wrong with me or with others and find what's right with me and others, and things will be just fine because I can create anything out of nothing. That's the basic thing. And as society deteriorates,
Mm-hmm.
everyone push you to do that, and most people will agree that yes, you need to apologize, and yes, you need to be careful, and yes, you need to limit your abilities, and yes, you need to eat and you need to sleep. And what do you mean if you want to lose weight and you need to not eat to do intermediate fasting and not eat for 18 hours? They say no, but it's difficult. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Most people will try to get you in the physical universe, will try to get you to think that it's difficult. The truth is, it's not. What's difficult is to surrender.
Yeah.
What, what's difficult, what you need to apologize for is not doing what you know you need to do, not bringing the result.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I see that. That's powerful.
And,
True.
the amazing thing about it, that if not, you will always have people that have opinions. I heard about this story. A friend of mine, Danny, he was in
Mm-hmm.
London, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to go somewhere. And so it was just in the neighborhood, but he couldn't find it. So he went to a person in the street and asked him, where is it? And the guy said in a very nice English accent, you need to go there and then you turn right. And the second house on the right is there. So he went there to the right, second house on there, and it was not there. So they looked around, he looked around, and he saw a shop that served tourists all kind of presents and so on. He went in, and a very nice lady said hello, and he said, do you know the area? And she said, of course, I live here for the past 20 years. And he said, where's this place? And she said, oh, that's right there. You got there, you turn left, 2 houses to the left. This is where it is. And he said, thank you very much. And went there, and of course, it was not the place. So he saw a policeman and he says, excuse me, do you know where this place? And he said, yes, of course. It is actually that direction. And you go this way 5 minutes and you will see a red thing. And to the right, it's there. He went, he saw the red thing, but that place was not there. He went and he asked 7 people. The 7th person was a businessman that actually gave him the correct direction, and he actually got to the place, which was really in the area. So what can you learn about it? This place is one place. 6 people had 6 wrong opinions about this thing. Now, this thing is not movable, it's not anything, it's there.
Yeah.
And
It's like an
6
observable
people,
fact.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like it's there. 6 people had an opinion about what it is. Now, this is a really simple thing. When I go and ask people about something a little bit more complicated, what to do with this atom bomb that's going to blow, 1 out of 7, what's the percentage, the chances that someone will come up with the correct answer for something so simple?
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. It's like 15%.
Exactly.
And
People,
that's on something. I mean, that's a best case scenario, honestly.
that's on something like in the region here, just few
Yeah.
blocks around. I'm not
Yeah.
talking about something that major. I'm not talking about building up a company. I'm not talking about closing a deal. You take most of the salespeople, and they cannot close a deal because they cannot give the correct direction to a tourist.
Yeah.
They just
With
don't
me.
know because they rely on your network is equal to your network and other nonsense like that. You need to look at the body language. Sure. Nothing, nonsense,
Yeah.
nonsense. It's all levels and layers and layers and layers of
Mhm.
fake realities that create
Yeah.
a society that is blind. And
Right.
so they tell you the opinion, and it's and when they finish to tell you the opinion, they go to take a joint, or
Yeah.
they say that they are worried, or they have an anxiety. So a guy
Hmm.
that have an anxiety want to tell you that bring results. No,
Right. Yeah. Thank you, but no thank you.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Got it. It's amazing. Amazing.
It's totally wow.
Wow. Yeah, totally wow. All right. So swinging back and the closing words, and let me just first of all, before we close off, I see here that a few people commented. We have Gary said, "Sorry, not sorry," about
Yeah.
apologizing, right? And yeah,
Exactly.
and the Facebook user, we can't see your name for some reason, but said, "I love Jack Bauer from 24. That was a great series. That's like
Yeah,
my dad's
the best.
favorite."
That's my
Yeah.
best. The only
Yes.
series that I will watch again and again and again.
Yes, you've seen them all so many times. I'm
Four
amazed
times
each
at
time.
least.
Yeah. All the seasons. And Michelle Patterson said, "Hey, Mayor, sending lots of love your way."
Hi, Michelle.
Yeah.
Love
And
back.
Eve, yes. And Eva said, "I love it." When we were talking a bit earlier, she was
Mhm.
enjoying it. And Margaret said, "Iron Dome will be epic. I can't wait." So, yes, closing off on the Iron Dome. In a few words, why should somebody join if they're thinking, is it for me? Is it not for me?
Why? If you want to gain, to go from wherever you are and to build up yourself, your viewpoint, and the system around you to a point where you can actually do what you know you need to do without any regards to the general viewpoint of what people say, and actually help people to become as well as good as you, release them from all their agreements and limitations, you will see that the Iron Dome will do just that. If you are done, finish, in Afrikaans, exclamation. If you're
Pratful.
really done with being average, join.
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. Very, very, very powerful. That's amazing. How much does it cost and for how long will it be? So it's currently at 187, which is still
Mhm.
a gigantic discount
Free.
from what it's going to ultimately go up to. What's that?
It's free.
It's free. It's free. Totally. It's going to be,
100%.
yeah, it's probably going to be one or two parts, which is about 2 to 4 hours of rich content. And it's going to be amazing. And Margaret said everyone should join. I couldn't agree more. Yes.
Yeah,
So go to gprosperity.com/Iron Dome and sign up and join us. We start this Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
yeah. You really need that data. If you're operating on Earth, you need this data. It's
Mhm.
in life there are steps that when you build something, there are certain steps that you need to follow um, in order to get you out of the trap of all the fake realities that you have and into the point where you become the source of your life. And this whole area is one of the most neglected areas, and sometimes it is so neglected that you actually have to manage without it until you will get to a point where you can actually apply it. So you need it, but there's almost an impossibility for you to actually apply it, and you need to somehow manage and find the second that you can actually apply it, and you will not really expand before you will actually apply
Mhm. Totally.
it. It
That's
is
a
really
great,
powerful.
yeah, fantastic. Wow. This was super powerful. I love this thing of taking these sayings, by the way, and we'll
Yeah,
continue with it next week. There are so many, and I'll take what some people wrote here and send me more. We'll challenge Mayor with some other sayings. Yes. And closing words here, Anita said, I can't wait. Your classes are always so fabulous and always feel energized and motivated after the classes. Such an amazing group of friends I have now. Wow. Wow,
Wow,
wow, wow.
very nice, Anita. Yes,
Yes. All right.
amazing.
Thank you, everyone. This was
Thank
great.
you.
Abba, thank you. I love you. Mwah.
I love you. Mwah. I'll see you
Mwah.
in a week.
All right. Less than a week.
No,
Yeah. Or a little more than a week.
more than a week. Yes, a few
Yeah.
more. Yeah.
Yeah. A little more than a week. Mwah. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone. Lots of love and love you, Abale.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.